Hey, good morning there, or afternoon, shall I say. So, Dave Beamer here. It's been a while. It's been a while. I was just on a phone call with a good friend, and he started off with just the statement of, man, I miss people, right? And such a simple statement, and it was so powerful. It hit me so hard. And generally speaking, when things like that happen, I want to unpack it, right? When something hits me emotionally that hard, I want to understand, why did it hit me that hard and what does it mean to me? And with that being said, I thought I can relate so much to that statement and to that feeling of missing people. And so I started thinking for a second, like, I miss being in conversation with people, right? Like in person conversation with people. And one of the things I enjoyed most back when things were normal, whatever that means, right? That's pretty relative as well. But lunches, right? Like I so enjoyed lunches with colleagues, and I enjoyed lunches with friends, and those deep conversations that transpired at lunch and over lunch. And so I hung up the phone and I thought, well, I got me some chicken and rice, and I was eating, and I thought, I'll just turn the camera on and share a little bit of what I'm taking in at lunch, and we'll have a lunch and learn. So I won't make it long, just a few short minutes, but I thought I would just start off by just saying, I miss you guys. I miss colleagues. I miss friends. I miss being with people, and I always like to share ideas and be in deep conversation. So, with that being the heart and the intent, I think most of you know that I absolutely just adore business culture, and more importantly than business itself, the people in the business, and really trying to help them succeed and communicate a little better. And so, with that being said, I'm currently reading a book called 3 Impossible Promises. It was a recommendation by a true friend of mine who I consider a gift. And around that, it's a book that he had mentioned was one of the best books he's ever read on corporate culture. Easy for me to say. So again, just quickly, I'll share an idea maybe with you. And so as I was reading through, of course you can see I'm a highlighter, and I'm one of those guys that writes in and tags and flags important things, or things I feel that are relevant to me. And so as I began going through the book, one of the things I ran across was this little passage here. So the author mentions that beliefs are beliefs because they connect and blossom not so much in our minds, but rather in our hearts. That they are not something we calculate and we arrive at, that deciding upon and concluding, right? That they're not something we calculate and arrive at, we decide upon and conclude. Rather, they are something we discover was planted inside of us when we were first formed. The beliefs are not gentle, right? They are thundering things thrust upon us, and they consume our very lives, and they drive us ever forward, right? Like beliefs are the things that really drive us, and they come. What I took away from this is that they come from some place deep within, right? They come from a place that's really hard to contextualize and to put words around. We just react, right? We just do the thing. They drive us forward. Those beliefs, they drive the feeling around what it is that just took place. And so beliefs are strong, and beliefs, as I had mentioned in the past, so I kind of framed that a little differently, or had some familiarity with this, is that, I feel like that there are experiences, right? There are things that happen, and then those experiences will shape stories. And what I mean by that is we'll have an experience, and there's something that we tell ourselves about that experience, right? So I stub my toe. I'm sure I got some parents here. I step on something in the hallway, and I say, this is wrong. You should pick up after yourself. It means that you don't care about the environment, right? I'm gonna go on this a little bit of a stretch there. It means maybe I could make a story to say that my child doesn't respect their house, right? Now, again, if any of you know me, that's probably not where I would go with that story. Not at this point anyway, right? But with that being said, that you can see just a little bit of context, right? That I could create that story. And then from there, that story creates that belief of, well, my kid is irresponsible, right? And that belief then drives a feeling of, well, I'm frustrated over that experience, right? And then that feeling governs my emotion where I'm frustrated, and it triggers an action where maybe I raise my voice, or maybe I lose my cool and lose my temper. And then that action then reinforces the story in the beginning. So it's kind of this pattern loop. And so as I think through how easy it is to have and to create these beliefs and these patterns and these stories, it's important, right? It's important that I bring some awareness around what I allow to create, or the stories that I tell myself about that experience that transpired, and the deeply rooted stories and beliefs, those beliefs that really drive us forward, right? And how easily, if we're not aware of them, they can create a situation where we're very reactive as opposed to proactive in the conversation or in the experience that took place. And so, man, when I think about this in the workplace and how if I have a certain belief about the way something should be, and maybe it's a belief that was given to me. Maybe I don't even realize that I created my own belief around it. Maybe it was just something that by the nature of the environment I was grew up in work-wise, right? If you grew up in a shop, as I had spent a lot of time around shops and cars, and there's certain beliefs about how people should operate, the language that's acceptable, what it is to be professional, and some of those things get challenged and they get changed as you continue to grow, right, in your professional life. And so, but if I'm not aware of those, if I'm not questioning and asking myself, hey, when I get that feeling of, man, why did I feel that way, right? Why did I feel that way? If I'm not questioning and questioning myself is, why did I feel that way? And what do I believe? What do I believe about that? Because ultimately that's gonna end up governing, right, the stories that we make up about that, what we make that experience mean, and then that is going to drive those feelings, and the feelings are going to drive the actual action, right? That emotional trigger from that place. And so that was just really powerful when I read that this afternoon here at lunch. And so I just wanted to share with you maybe a little lunch and learn if you're up for it. So that's what I got today. I'm not sure how long this is, but hopefully it wasn't too long for you. You may, if you find value in it, let me know. And I think this could be a way to maybe not miss people as much, a little bit of engagement here. So I appreciate you guys. Looks like a couple of you hopped on here. So thanks for turning it on, and I hope that this add a little bit of value to your day. And man, I look forward to doing another one here. So take care, guys. Good seeing you.